Oh, we see how it is. You're just gonna swan in here after 2 months of missing in action and review a book like nothing ever happened? We thought you were dead. Maybe. Or like, I don't know, kidnapped or had lost interest in reading. But no, here you are sitting in your stupid sitting room with your stupid dangly earrings, just gonna press on like nothing ever happened. I know, I'm sorry, but you guys, I can explain. Very important things happened in my life. I discovered Hamilton, and Hamilton is all my life has been since then. Like, I just rap in my. This should not rap. I rap and I read about American history. I've been lost in the abyss of American history for like 2 months, and I lie awake at night and struggle with the fact that one, I am not good enough to rap guns and ships, and two, what do you mean George Washington wasn't really a really tall black man with perfect eyebrows? This is absurd. Absurd. I'm not asking your forgiveness, because truly, even if you forgave me, I could never forgive myself. That's all that matters, right? Dear with everyone, welcome back to my sitting room. My name is Diesel and you are as always most welcome, even if you haven't been in here for a while, totally not the point. Today we're going to be reviewing a book. That book is actually a first-time author for me, even though I think she's been around for ages. That is The Glittering Court by Richelle Mead. So let's just get straight to it, because it's been so long. So, what's it all about? Well, in essence, The Glittering Court follows the life of Adelaide, who is a young countess of a very well-to-do family, whose wealth has unfortunately trickled away to nada. In order to keep her in the life she is accustomed to, her grandmama is marrying her off to a man who basically has the personality of a wet paper bag. Naturally, Adelaide does not want to marry a wet paper bag, and devises a cunning plan to get the hell out of Dodge. Enter The Glittering Court, which is a school/business venture which is designed to transform impoverished girls into noble ladies destined to marry really wealthy, powerful men who are living in the new world, where I guess there's a shortage of noble women. Disguised as her maid, Adelaide travels with the Glittering Court and takes classes, yada yada yada, which will make her a noble woman. Though she is already a noble woman, so naturally all the things that she's learning are things that she already knows, so she has to kind of dumb it down. She also makes friends along the way, which we will touch upon later, and of course, there's a boy. During her journey with him, his name is Cedric, Adelaide discovers that Cedric is hiding some very dangerous, dodgy secrets, and their lives become complicated, as they usually do in YA. Let's just get to the review. Okay, so this book was pitched to me as a mixture of The Selection and Rain, which I assume means Rain, the TV show. Personally, I thought The Selection went on for way too long. It was like the story that never dies. In fact, I don't believe it's dead yet. And Rain I thought was terrible, so you can imagine what this review is going to be. Okay, no, it wasn't terrible. I'm just not really sure how I'm supposed to feel about this book. I've never read Richelle Mead before. I know she wrote, Vampire Academy or something like that, and that book Soundless, which I tried to read but couldn't get into. So this was a whole new adventure for me. But I do know Richelle has written loads of books and she's an established author by now. So I could not for the life of me figure out why some parts of this book were atrociously written. Like, there were parts where her storytelling was on point. Sentences flowed beautifully, the whole thing was engaging and you were excited to read it. And then there were some parts which seemed to be written by an author who had no idea what they were doing, who would just write for fun and didn't have a team of professional editors and publishing people behind her. I really just don't understand how an accomplished author would let work like that out. Maybe that's just me being fussy, or I don't know. There was just parts of it I was like, really? This is from a professional author? The main character, our characters were super likable. I really liked Cedric. I really liked Adelaide. I thought that they had a super cute relationship together. I thought they're as individuals and not just together, because some YA couples only function together and after that they're a boring mess. But these two had like their own backstories and their own independence, and I really loved it. However, one of the character flaws for me came in two other girls. One, there was a really stereotypical evil girl who, you know, does mean things, and she could potentially be a character in Mean Girls, and she's just a bit of a bitch, and she kind of doesn't really serve a purpose in this book, but then later on kind of does, which is a storyline that I thought would have been a lot more interesting if it had been by somebody else, but however. Secondly, Adelaide has two best friends in The Glittering Court, and one of them is really likable. Just everything, her whole storyline was intriguing to me. I wanted to learn more about her. I wish that we had had more time with her. But the other character was just awful. The other best friend was awful. She was really hard to get on board with. And I don't understand how we were meant to have feelings for her, because all I felt towards her was contempt. She's not nice. She was terribly rude. She just... I can see like it was meant to be portrayed as a strong personality who's really determined to win and so on and so forth. But honestly, if you knew a girl like that in real life, would you be friends with her? No, you wouldn't. You'd probably tell her to go F herself. I thought it was a really strange angle to go with. And the fact that she was like this didn't really serve a purpose for me in the storyline at all, because you were meant to feel something for her when things happened to her and stuff, but I really couldn't give a damn. I was just like, okay. I had no emotional connection to this person. And it's not because I think female characters should be nice all the time and stuff, but it was a really weird angle to get on board with. The story as a whole is quick but slow at the same time. I mean, doesn't make any sense. But like, nothing happens in it for ages. Yet when things are meant to be exciting, they're like skipped over. You like skim across them and it's like they never happened. It's just brushed over really quickly. I thought the book was super predictable, and you're just spending your whole journey waiting for things to happen that you know are going to happen. And then when they do happen, obviously it's a letdown because you are not surprised by it. You knew that it was coming. The climax, I was quite bored with, to the point where I skimmed through the pages just to make it go faster. And the ending is frustratingly vague, and like, it's obviously set up for this will all be explained in the next book, please buy it. But I don't like particularly books like that. I mean, if you're gonna give me something vague, give me something solid to cling to and then be vague. Because otherwise I'm just gonna be like, I don't care. Overall, my first experience with Richelle Mead's writing was a disappointment. There were certainly things that I really liked, but most of it was just a bit of a letdown. And I heard The Glittering Court was a really anticipated book. Who knows? Everything is not for everyone. Other than that, I have returned, and thank you for sitting through my rambling for so long. If you read The Glittering Court or you plan to read it, please let me know what you thought, if you agree in any way, if we can have book chats over tea and me not being dead. Hamilton. Surrey knows what to do in the train. Never mind. Until next time, I have just finished The Rose and the Dagger, so maybe we'll be back for that if I, don't disappear back into my Hamilton abyss. Yeah. Grab for coming. Slán.